Today on UTA News, we will take a closer look at Maversity, an event which allowed students to speak their mind,
as well as the annual oozball tournament that had students getting dirty from head to toe.
Finally, we'll learn some helpful tips from a life coach who visited UTA. Welcome to UTA News. I'm Monica Wicki.
And I'm Verdiana Martinez. UTA's ever-growing campus diversity is one of the university's proudest bullet points. For some, that diversity may be confusing or just unfamiliar. As Savannah Cole reports, one on-campus group is taking steps to remove that stigma.
UTA is proudly known for being a diverse school, and students are able to discuss social issues that may be relevant to their race, gender, or religion. Maversity, an event produced by Multicultural Affairs, is an event that they host several times throughout each semester, ranging from topics that are either relevant to current events to having discussions about diversity and its challenges.
What we do here at Maversity is we give them a safe space and an environment where they can feel free to talk and say what they need to say openly that they might not feel comfortable doing at home, or maybe they don't have a support group or a group of friends that they can talk to and be able to openly express themselves, and that's what we try to do here at Maversity.
Students have their minds opened and challenged about their assumptions and how they can change for the better.
I learned that there are different kinds of privilege besides like your race or gender, like your gender or your sexuality. There are different kinds of privileges based on your size or just your experiences money-wise. I never really thought about that.
There was no video or audio recording during the actual event due to the request of keeping a safe space for students, faculty, and staff. This is Savannah Cole for UTA News.
If you would like to know more about the events hosted by Multicultural Affairs, you can find them on uta.edu/multicultural.
UT Arlington students, faculty, and staff were invited to meet with UTA's President Karbari for a Q&A, all while being treated to some free pizza. For those who couldn't attend the event, they were able to tweet in their questions to the president. UTA Student Congress will be holding their next Pizza with the President event November 8th at the Palo Duro Lounge. For more information, visit events.uta.edu.
The College of Engineering has grown as UTA invests both time and energy in its success. With that growth comes a student fear of getting lost in the shuffle. But as Kevin Valencia shows us, that fear is a bit unfounded.
There has to be a driving force as to why the College of Engineering is so successful with students.
My favorite thing about the engineering department is that the professors that care a lot. Like, they will go above and beyond to ensure that you're successful.
Garrett has had professors offer to come in on weekends to help those with busy work schedules. It's that dedication that helps the classes become more than just learning.
There's never a class that I really feel like I'm not learning anything in. There's always something new, and a lot of your classes will reiterate things that you learned in other classes to keep you, remembering your stuff.
Having more than 7,000 students with only 158 faculty members, the College of Engineering is the third largest in Texas. There are also events that the college puts together that keep students interested. The Engineering Career Fair is a day where students have the opportunity to meet companies in the field they want to work in. Some students will take that day as an opportunity to move forward.
Hopefully an internship. That'll get me my foot in the door, I can put on my resume and say, hey, I've learned this, instead of trying to teach myself everything.
Megan hopes to work with internet security, and it's something achievable thanks to the opportunities given by the College of Engineering. Kevin Valencia, UTA News.
For students interested in finding a job before graduation, a career fair will be held Wednesday, September 28th at the Maverick Activity Center from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. For details, visit uta.edu/engineering.
Coming up, we will learn about the new events taking place in the Fab Lab in the Central Library.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back to UTA News. After many months of reconstruction, the Fab Lab has finally opened its doors for students, faculty, and staff. A creative hub for students that provides training and opportunities. Many of these workshops include a new series called the Life Hack College Series that will teach students how to create room decor, print your own three-dimensional objects, and learn how to improve your living space. If you'd like to know more information, you can visit the first floor of the Central Library, or you can visit fablab.uta.edu.
Excel's annual poster sale took place on campus this week. Delton Doxey has the story.
Beyond the Wall held a poster event right outside of our UC for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Friday being the last day. So a lot of our UTA students are out here trying to get their posters, even at discounted prices. The selection that these guys have is unlimited. Okay, I'm here with Nick. He's a freshman, and he just left the poster event. He got something in his hand. So tell me about the event, man.
This event was awesome. There's a large selection of maybe art and video games, anime, TV series. I got Dark Souls, one of my favorite games, and Death Note as well, one of the animes I've just watched, and Game of Thrones, one of my favorite TV series of all time.
As you can see, this event is a huge success, man. There's kids numbering out here on the closing days. How did you actually find out about the event?
I was actually trying to get some new posters, and I asked my friend about it, and he said they're actually doing some poster sales around campus in front of the UC, in front of the UC Mall, and I actually saw some what's it called, writings on the grounds. So, and it says it ends on Friday, the 23rd. So I decided.
Delton Doxey, UTA News.
Excel's next event is Battle of the Bands. It will take place on October 1st in the Bluebonnet Ballroom inside the University Center. To find more events hosted by Excel, visit uta.edu/excel.
American Heart Association is teaming up with Maverick Activity Center to celebrate World Heart Day. What they're doing to celebrate may take you by surprise. We are now going live to Savannah Cole at the MAC.
You're here at Cyclothon, which is located here in the MAC as soon as you walk in. Cyclothon is an event where all students can get involved in the fitness and raise awareness to an amazing cause. I'm here with Latoya Odenye, who is one of the coordinators for this event. Thank you for joining us. So tell us the general information about this event, the purpose of it, and how long it's been going for.
So this is our 8th or 9th annual Cyclothon that we're hosting here at the MAC. It's a partnership between health services and the MAC to get students to know that now is the time to be aware of your wellness and your fitness. Heart disease is not just an old people problem. So we have students out here, we got teams, we have 19 teams riding bikes for 12 hours. So from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., they'll be riding bikes in different shifts, so 30 minutes an hour. I even have a couple students riding 3 hours a day. So pretty much our goal is to have them get information, get their blood pressure checked, and know that now's the time to think about living a healthy life.
So you said earlier that this has been going on for a while. How long has it been for?
We're roughly 8 or 9 years into this event, and we try to change it up each year, but at the end of the day, all the money and funds that are raised go to American Heart Association, and it goes locally to the charity Money American Heart, so all the funds will be used for it.
All right. Well, so tell us how exactly you can connect.
Yeah, so absolutely. If you come by the MAC between 12 p.m. and 12 a.m., all you put money in any of the jars and help raise money for American Heart Association.
All right. And so you said that teams come in. All right. So you can come by, you can do any, you can donate any amount of money, and it's an amazing opportunity to get involved in an amazing cause. Thank you so much, Latoya.
Oh, you're welcome.
And my name is Savannah Cole, and this is UTA News. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Savannah. I'll definitely be assisting the MAC later on. For students interested in going to the MAC, the cyclothon will provide a free blood pressure test and glucose check to all students, faculty, and staff.
Up next, we will discuss the annual Oozeball tournament and what both men and women basketball teams are doing off the court.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Hello, I'm Emily Arsema, and this is UTA Sports. When you think tradition, a certain image comes to mind. One of UTA's most popular annual pastimes destroys all those stereotypes. Bryant Wynn gets down and dirty with one of UTA's signature events, Oozeball.
Once a year, a special Maverick tradition is held on the intersection of Greek Row and Summit Avenue. Played in water and mud, the tradition returned for its 27th year this past Friday. The game, Oozeball. To those unfamiliar, Oozeball is quite simply volleyball in mud.
So you may be asking yourselves, why would students want to play in mud? Well, after being around Oozeball for a day, it was easy to see why.
On court 5, Flocks out for Harambe and Brazos Bulldogs on court 5. On court 6.
It's really fun. It's difficult. You get stuck in there, so you can't really move around, but it's good.
According to the UTA intramural website, a record 104 teams played last fall. Much of the excitement stayed for this year.
This is my first year playing Oozeball, and I'm expecting to get really dirty. But it looks like a lot of fun, and honestly, I'm just playing for fun, and I just want to have a really good time playing Oozeball.
The event lasted around 6 hours and provided students an opportunity to just have fun. For UTA News, I'm Bryant Wynn.
If you missed out on Oozeball, head to the UTA website for more upcoming Maverick events. Most people see basketball players just as student athletes. For head coach Scott Cross and Krista Gerlich, being an athlete comes with a strong social responsibility to their community.
UT Arlington basketball has risen to the spotlight in recent years for their relentless effort on the court, but it's what they do after the whistle blows that sets them apart from most other student athletes. I had the opportunity to chat with head basketball coaches Krista Gerlich and Scott Cross for more.
You know, I just think it's really important at a young age to get engrossed in reading. I mean, I think it's really important for their learning and for their development.
You know, I have 3 boys, and I think reading is one of the most important things. If you learn to love to read, you usually love education and usually go on to do great things.
We definitely stress giving back to the community and being servant leaders, even on campus. But we try to do at least one community service activity a month. We have some months that we have more time available, so we try to get in a few more. And then we try to honor just about every request that we get. Sometimes that's difficult, especially during season, but we really do try to reach out as much as possible and just try to get our kids involved and giving back to this community that is giving so much to them.
While maintaining schoolwork and hectic practice schedules, the 2 teams still have managed to visit local children's hospitals and help deliver meals with Meals on Wheels.
Well, obviously we want to give back. We're very fortunate, especially our guys, as well as myself, to have the opportunity to play this great game of basketball. Most of our players are on scholarship, funded by the university, and obviously we want to give back to as many people as we can and hopefully build them up and do some great things throughout the community.
As our UTA community continues to expand, Students, teachers, and alumni can all be proud of the efforts being taken by our student athletes to ensure a positive influence within the Arlington community. I'm Emily Arsamaw, UTA News.
The teams return to the court the weekend of November 12th. The men play that Saturday, while the women get going on that Sunday. For a complete Maverick basketball schedule, check out their site at utamavs.com. Thanks for watching UTA Sports. I'm Emily Arsament. UT Arlington now has its own improv comedy group on campus.
We have that story up next.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
Welcome back to UTA News. I'm Daniela Ruiz. Let's take a look at what's happening in entertainment. Last Thursday, one of the music's biggest performers took over the AAC. Corey Kelch was on hand to witness the spectacle.
Welcome to St. Pablo.
Thursday night, Kanye West was at the American Airlines Center in Dallas to perform his concert for the St. Pablo tour. It was the first time he has performed a show in Dallas since the Yeezus tour nearly 3 years ago. One UTA student in attendance had this to say.
Together, because normally that stuff doesn't come all the way out here. It kind of stays more like New York, LA, and things like that. So I'm glad that it came out, kind of like Dallas, so we could all kind of come out.
Not only was it a good gathering locally for Kanye fans, but also the show was extraordinary. I caught up with another UTA student in attendance to get her take.
And I just really loved how he incorporated everything instead of just running through the Pablo album and then doing extra songs. I like how he just kind of integrated a lot of his songs into the concert.
She was not the only one to utter these thoughts. This Kanye fan had this to say.
He played some hits, he played some of his new songs, he played some bangers from back in the day. I think it was a good time for everybody.
Corey Kelch, UTA News.
Kanye doesn't come back to Dallas for the rest of the St. Pablo tour, which ends in Los Angeles in November. For more info on the tour, visit kanyewest.com/tour. UTA's Maverick Theater Company has its first show of the season. Camille Connor met up with them to catch all the behind-the-scenes action.
People of the jury, so tell me what you want, what you really want.
Improv theater. It's said to have originated in the Atellan farce of Africa in 391 BC, and this past weekend, the Flight 12 improv troupe helped keep it alive at UT Arlington. I went to their final rehearsal the day their show was set to open to see what they were looking forward to and what they liked about improv.
I'm a business major, so all this is new to me. I've never performed a play before or anything, so I'm just really excited to get the opportunity to take off the collared shirts and stuff for a second and do something funny for really no reason.
I think it's important to know that the idea of improv helps out with every single profession that you can possibly think of.
You will never perform the exact same show every night, and I think that's probably the beauty of improv because you have so much.
They had a good last rehearsal, but before these seats filled up with people hoping to have a night full of fun and laughter, I caught up with the troupe just before the show to see how they were holding up.
Myself, Austin, Bender, and Sam, girl Sam. And customer service is...
and after some regrouping and playful fighting, it was showtime. The troupe had lots of energy, and based on the crowd's laughter, the show was a big hit. For UTA News, I'm Camille Connor.
The improv troupe will have more shows this semester, including a Halloween-themed show in October. To find out more, visit their Maverick Theater Facebook page. Thanks for catching up on this week's entertainment with me. I'm Daniela Ruiz. And now for this weekend entertainment. The UT Symphony Orchestra will be playing at a concert Thursday at the Irons Recital Hall in the Fine Arts Building, with Clifton Evans conducting and guest artist Kate Stevens on the piano. The performance starts 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $9 at the door and $6 for students. Are you ready to rock out? Battle of the Bands is coming back to UTA, taking place 6 p.m. Saturday at the Blue Bonnet Ballroom at the University Center. Battle of the Bands is a winner-take-all contest between bands ready to decimate the stage. If you're in a band and would like to participate, you can register online at mavsorgs.net. And finally, India's most celebrated ceremony isn't so far if you want to attend. Dewat is an art and culture festival that features great performances, delicious food, and fun times. It's going on Sunday from 5:30 to 9 p.m. at the University Center. You do not want to miss Dewat. The improv troupe will have more shows this semester, including a Halloween-themed show in October. To find out more, visit their Maverick Facebook page. Thanks for catching up on this week's entertainment with me. I'm Daniela Ruiz.
What if a motivational speaker could improve your health? Our reporter Daniela Ruiz has the story when we come back.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to UTA News.
One UTA student struggles to find the balance between school, work, and his hobby. Kayla Francis tells us more.
As a student at UTA, there are many different activities you can get involved in on campus, but Paul Capps doesn't have time for any.
So I'll go to class, come to the office, and then stay into the night, and then do any homework I have, and hopefully get some sleep.
Not only was Paul a student and full-time employer at a private accounting firm, but Paul also had a special love that took over his nights.
Oh man, it's extremely nostalgic.
At the age of 3, Paul learned to ice skate and started playing hockey when he was 5.
I feel like I'm less clumsy skating than I am walking most of the time.
Paul played hockey his first year in college until he got hurt.
My coach didn't like it because we weren't supposed to be playing for anyone but the team. And it was the first time we were allowed to leave campus for a break from school. I tripped, hit the boards, popped my shoulder out, hit the ice, and it was dislocated for about 3.5 hours. They popped it back in, but it just wasn't the same.
After seeing how hardworking Paul is, I asked if his social life is affected by how busy he is with school, work, and hockey.
Very much so. I would say it is pretty hard juggling all 3 and trying to keep up with friends for sure.
If there was one thing Paul would cut back on for more time with his friends, Paul made it clear what thing he wouldn't do.
I'm not going to give up hockey again, so that's not going to happen.
For the students who go to school and work full-time, Paul leaves some advice.
Just don't give up. Keep in mind while you're in school.
Kayla Francis, UTA News.
Paul Capps plans to carry on with his busy schedule while still continuing to do what he loves.
Some UT Arlington students aren't happy about the relocation of Einstein Brothers Bagels. Reporter Harold Rogers has the story.
For students who have classes in the Fine Arts Building, they may have noticed a slight change in their familiar surroundings this semester. What could that change be? Well, the Einstein Bagels has been replaced by an outtakes market, and some students are not happy about the change.
It was very convenient, and I like their food, and now that they put this convenience store, which is everywhere, I feel like it's useless and kind of wasting my time sometimes.
I don't like that they moved the Einstein Brothers outside of Fine Arts Building. Most of my classes are here, so it's a really big inconvenience for me to have to go across campus.
According to recent Shorthorn articles, the decision was made by the new food distributor Chartwells. With the change in location, library officials hope to keep students from going elsewhere for the search for food and keep them in the library to study. For UTA News, I'm Harold Rogers.
It is unsure if Outtakes Market will remain in Einstein's old spot for long, but for now, the Central Library is the only place to get your Einstein's bagels fix at UTA.
If you're interested in bettering your physical and mental health, UTA's Food for Thought offers conferences that teaches students how to do so.
Attitudes of Gratitude, a Food for Thought workshop, came to UTA with featured speaker Janet Ellis. Janet Ellis is a motivational speaker, life coach, and training consultant who visits schools, groups, or any individual who wants to make a positive change in their life. One of the seminars she brought to UTA is on showing the different hats she has worn in her life as a metaphor to the ups and downs we experience. Each hat representing a unique experience, Janet, through her workshops, has inspired many to begin looking at the positive in their life through gratitude.
Find something that would work for you to remind you and get you out of your head and into your heart. And remember that there really is a lot of good in the world. We're bombarded with the negative so much that we've absorbed it and we forget about the good. So find what it is that works for you, that a special tool that would help you remember how to be grateful for what you really do have.
So what are some positive benefits of being grateful? According to Psychology Today, demonstrating appreciation creates meaningful relationships. Spending 15 minutes a day to show appreciation can help you sleep better. And studies also show being thankful reduces high levels of stress. Daniela Ruiz, UTA News.
If you would like to learn more about Janet Ellis, you can visit her website at www.janets-planets.com.
Thanks for joining us here at UTA News. I'm Verdiana Martinez.
And I'm Monica Wicki. We'll see you next week.